No factories, no machines, no steel cables, yet they made ropes so strong they could drag full-grown elephants through rivers, up hills, across dense jungles. This wasn't a legend, it was real. Ancient hands, guided by instinct and time, wove strength from silence. But how? Their world was rich with materials, yet they chose wisely. Modern science has taught us some materials are stronger than steel. Others can heal like living things. But these people didn't have microscopes or formulas. They had senses honed by generations. They knew the forest's language because they listened. They observed nature's patterns, its tugs and pulls, its strains and stresses. They saw how vines anchored to the ground during storms, how tall trees leaned into winds, how creepers clung to trunks for support. The forest remembered storms, droughts, floods. The tribes listened and learned. They remembered. The quest for strength began long before the fiber was ever twisted. It started with observation, when two harvests mattered. Which animals helped in processing, which tools to use, even how to store the final product. It was all part of a cycle of knowledge that stretched back as far as anyone could remember. They harvested only when the moon was right, not for magic, but for moisture. The forest was their teacher. They knew too much water made fibers soft and unusable. Too little made them brittle and prone to snapping. So they waited for the lean times, when the plants had shed most of their excess water, but enough remained for flexibility. When the forest whispered of hidden strength, they paid attention. They stripped bark from trees like jute, hemp, and wild fig long, flexible and durable. Yet they didn't just strip the bark. They did it in a certain sequence. They sang songs to the tree, asking for its strength to be transferred to the bark. They understood that every living thing has life force, and they respected that. So they didn't just take what they wanted, they gave thanks and asked for the materials to be at their strongest. Then came fire, but not to burn, to purify. Fibers were passed through smoke, not flames, heat without contact. This cured the threads, hardened the skin, killed pests hiding inside. Each strand became tighter, cleaner, tougher. This pre-weaving process was more than just making fibers ready. It was about honoring the source, ensuring that the material would serve its purpose well. Each step was taken with reverence. For instance, the hemp was processed in a particular lunar phase for maximum durability. Wild hemp is considered one of the strongest natural fibers, but it's also tricky to work with. Its tough core strands don't bend easily. However, this very property was what made it ideal for ropes meant to handle heavy loads. But it wasn't just about the type of plant they used. It was also about when they harvested it. The timing had to be just right. The plant's age, the season, the lunar cycle. All of these factors influenced the quality of the rope that would eventually be made. The older the plant, the stronger the fiber, but not too old, because then it became brittle. The season mattered too. The plant's growth cycle affected its strength and flexibility. The lunar cycle played a part as well, influencing the moisture content of the plant, and thus the quality of the fiber. Next, the essence of their craft began, twisting, but not by machines, by rhythm.
Ow.
Fingers worked in teams. One group spun the fibers while another added tension. The number of people in each group varied, but the process remained the same. They didn't braid like we do now, but instead, they spiraled in opposite directions. One twist forward, one twist back. This locked the fibers together. The more they pulled, the tighter the twists became, creating a tight, durable rope. This communal aspect of rope making wasn't just about efficiency, it was a social event. It was a time for sharing stories, passing down knowledge, and forging bonds that went beyond the task at hand. This sense of community was crucial to their way of life. Rope making wasn't just a means to create a useful item, it was a way of bringing people together. Before starting, they offered prayers to the elements for guidance and safety. As the work progressed, they sang songs to encourage those twisting the rope and to ensure its strength. Once completed, they celebrated with feasts and dances, giving thanks for their creation and the skills of those who made it. This deep connection between the process, the product, and the people is what made their rope not just strong, but resilient. Each knot, each twist held within it a story of human endeavor, community, and respect for the natural world. After twisting, animal fats sealed the rope. Resin made it weatherproof. Ash added grip. Everything used had a reason. Nothing was decorative. Even the way the ropes were stored mattered. They hung in shade, away from damp soil, always coiled clockwise. This ensured the ropes lasted as long as they needed to. Ropes made with these techniques were marvels of engineering. They were lighter yet stronger than steel ropes of the same diameter. They were flexible, resistant to moisture and rot, and incredibly durable. In fact, some of these ropes have been known to last for years, silently enduring countless pulls and strains. Imagine the feeling of pulling on a rope knowing it won't snap, yet it won't stretch endlessly either. It's a unique sensation, a testament to the precision and skill of those who made it. But the test was never in the making. It was in the pull. The real test came when they had to haul a massive elephant out of a ditch or clear a fallen log blocking their path. These ropes, born from the whispers of the forest, were put to the ultimate test. They were tied not around the animals, but around problems only elephants could move. And the ropes held. They didn't snap. They didn't stretch endlessly. They pulled, delivered. Even today, the tales of their rope-making prowess is carried on the wind. It's whispered among the leaves, a reminder of a time when humans and nature worked in harmony. Their strength came not from material alone, but from intention. They weren't just cords. They were tools of survival, symbols of unity, proof that even the wildest tasks could be done without metal, without noise. Today, we buy synthetic threads, unaware of what was once possible with bare hands and wild roots. In an era of mass production, it's easy to forget the origins of the tools we depend on. We buy rope off the shelf, not realizing the generations of wisdom that went into making each coil. These people weren't just craftsmen, they were storytellers, weavers of strength. Their legacy is more than just functional. It's a testament to what's possible when humans and nature collaborate. So the next time you see a simple rope, remember it could hold more than it appears. It could hold stories, strength, and secrets of a time when the world's toughest ropes were made without machines, just with memories of the forest. And if you found this video intriguing, make sure to watch another one where we delve into the mysterious past. See you there.